I play a lot of chess, and I do a ton of chess puzzles. And on May 22nd, 2025, I achieved a 3,000 rating on chess.com puzzles for the very first time. And by May 26th, I had crashed out and fallen all the way back down to 2,288. To put those numbers into some sort of perspective, there are over 3.5 million players with a 600 rating, over 2 million with a rating of 1,000, over 615,000 with a rating of 2,000, 42,000 with a rating of 3,000 plus, and just under 20,000 at my highest rating, which is a little over 3,200. So in May of 2025, for the very first time, after doing chess puzzles since March of 2024, I achieved a rating of 3,000, and in only 3 days, I'd gone all the way back down to 2,300. I crashed out hard. I lost the only thing really that I had been working towards at the time, and I thought about cheating my way back. I thought about just using a chess engine to tell me what the right move to make was, all the way back to 3,000. And I justified it by saying, it's not really cheating if it just gets me back to where I was. It's not really cheating if it doesn't affect anyone else. It's not really cheating if I just don't tell anyone about it. And so I sat there on TikTok, scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and trying to convince myself that it was an okay thing to do. And then I didn't do it. And it took me all the way from the end of May, when I lost all the rating, to the middle of August before I got back to 3,000. And I've been hovering around there since. How easy it would have been to cheat my way back to something I thought I had earned. How easy it would have been to just cheat and tell no one. How easy it would have been to lie to myself and only myself. But that's not who I am. I'm a big believer in, if someone is going to cheat, they're going to cheat. If someone is going to cheat on you, they're going to cheat on you, and it is very rarely going to be your fault. So tell me why I get on TikTok and immediately see 5 ways to keep your man happy and prevent him from cheating. The idea of cheating is one of those weird moments where my anecdotes seem to not line up. Cheating is one of those times where I look at my guy friends and my woman friends and anyone else, and half of everyone seems to have been cheated on at some point. Cheating is one of those times where, at least with my friends, it's not all men and it's not all women. It's pretty split. And so I have to say that I really do believe that if someone is going to cheat on you, they're going to cheat on you. And there isn't really anything you can do to stop that. If you're with a cheater, you're with a cheater. I guarantee you one of her points is going to be about neglect, whether it's physical or emotional. And that's kind of when I start to get it. But at the same time, I'm at the age where if the person I was with stopped touching me or stopped talking to me, I would break up with them before I cheated on them. And I'm going to assume that this woman is at least my age. We're both at least 28. And we understand that grown-ups have to act in a way where if we can get ourselves out of a bad situation, we probably should, instead of cheating on someone and then blaming them for it. My girlfriend does Stardew Valley marriage speedruns. That should count as cheating every time she marries someone who isn't me. Hot take. The only person in Stardew who has my back is Krobus, because you can't marry the guy. Okay, I'm going through the comments before I actually start the video, and these seem pretty normal. There's no preventing someone from cheating. If they're going to cheat, they're going to do it regardless. No matter what you do, if someone wants to cheat, they will. It's more important that you choose your partner wisely with the same values and principles as you. The hard part about this is when you're being lied to, because you kind of just want to believe people when they tell you that they hate cheating. It's the worst thing, isn't it? They hit you with the, yeah, no, I've been in relationships where somebody cheated, haha, but I don't want to talk about it. But will not help if you choose someone with little self-control. I think when people are going to cheat, they're going to cheat. However, I don't think people who are going to cheat are necessarily going to tell you that they're going to. I think it's pretty rare to find someone who's going to say, hey, I'm going to cheat on you, by the way. You don't come home on time? Cheating on you. You don't have my food ready? Cheating on you. You beat me at Mario Party 2? Cheating on you. You don't think Joe Rogan is funny? Cheating on you. We have to stop listening to people who listen to Joe Rogan 5 days a week. I take 5 days a year. Been married 10 years. I wish this was a joke. I'm assuming she talks about sex at some point. We'll get there when we get there. Sorry, honey, but if he cheats, that's on him. Retweet. If he's a cheater, there's nothing you can do. Save yourself. The thing about comments like, will you marry me? Is, brother, you are commenting on women's TikToks who are very much pandering towards men, who are just telling men what they want to hear. It's like the women who make TikToks about how women should just be stay-at-home moms, but they are out working all the time. CEO some random company, have a makeup line too. Like, they're just telling you what you want to hear. They're most likely not doing what they say all women should do. Surprise, they're grifters of all genders.
I've said this once and I'll say it again. If you want to prevent your man from cheating, there's 5 simple things that you need to do to keep him happy.
Okay, listen, 5 is a lot. I need 2 things in my relationship to be happy. The Chargers to stop losing games to the Giants, and the Chargers to have a healthy O-line for the first time in my life. I don't think it's that deep. I think you should find someone who you're happy existing around, and they happen to do things that also happen to be for you. If one of us cooks, we all get to eat. If one of us wants to go to a Stardew Valley concert, we all get a night out. You can pick up flowers, you can write poems, you can say nice things, and love someone actively. But you really, I don't think, should have to think this hard about how to keep somebody happy unless you really, really need to be told how, in which case you should just ask them.
It's really not difficult. So let's stop complaining about our man cheating on us when number 1, put out.
Let's stop complaining about our men cheating on us is actually so funny. It just wouldn't be a problem if you didn't complain about it. Cheating, it's fine. It's your reaction that's really bad. But if you really, really want to stop it, if you really, really want to make sure your man isn't sleeping with anyone else, then sleep with him. Put out. This does become such a strange conversation because of all the different reasons someone may not be having sex with you. From the side of the men, do you know how many men are just not comfortable talking about sex, bringing up what they want and what they need for fear of rejection? Already that's a problem. As a man, if it's easier for you to go cheat on your partner than it is to let them know that you need physical affection, fix that. We're too old for that to be who you are. On the other side, there are plenty of reasons why your partner, regardless of gender, does not want to have sex with you. 1, one of you just might not like it as much as the other one. Happens. 2, sometimes your body just doesn't feel good. Sometimes your brain doesn't feel good. Sometimes you really did just have too long of a day at work. But if it's a problem, if you're in a relationship where one of you really wants physical affection and the other one isn't really about it, again, consider breaking up before you cheat. Consider that maybe you need to get into a relationship with someone who has a similar sex drive as you. Is something you should talk about pretty early. And there's probably not going to be like a complete match. Someone's going to want to do it every day. Another person 5 times a week. Another person once a week. Another person once a month. Some people genuinely do not think about it. And then even within your relationship, plenty of people need an active emotional relationship just to get there. Plenty of people need to be actively loved throughout the day just to want to get into bed with you at night. Sex is great. It's a very important part of every relationship I've ever been in, but it should come naturally. It should be the ending to an already great day. It should be an active goal to love each other in as many ways as possible and not to just orgasm. Can putting out stop your partner from cheating? Sure, I guess. I can see how that works. Should it be a detriment to yourself, your mind, your body? And should it just be done so that they don't get it from someone else? No. At that point, I do think it's much easier to break up. Relationships are test periods, and unfortunately, marriages are not final. If you are with someone and it doesn't work out, that's okay. But I, for the most part, do not believe in sex as a reward in the same way that I don't believe in not having sex as like a punishment. It should be a routine part of your relationship that you're both happy about. And if it's not, there should be a way to fix that. If my partner doesn't want to sleep with me, I'm much more concerned about why than I am just about the act.
Do the deed. I don't care if you're his wife or his girlfriend. There's too many women nowadays that don't give their men the cookie. And I'm not even talking about every day. Like, we can be reasonable here, but at least 5 days a week. But if you don't want him to go look for it elsewhere, you should probably give it to him yourself. That's number 1.
5 days a week is a lot. Is it preferable? Yeah, sure, for many of us. But to assume that we're going to have that much time 5 days a week when I'm assuming you both have jobs is hard. Jobs, hobbies, family, there are so many things that regular people have to fit into their day. 5 days a week for something that's not disappointing to at least one of you is hard. But it's an expectation I'm assuming you're going to be disappointed by.
Number 2, cook a meal. I know it's crazy nowadays. Women don't want to cook anymore. They don't want to be the trad wife. At the end of the day, If you want to keep your man happy, make him a meal.
I hate cooking. I hate cooking. I hate cooking. It's so stupid. I hate it. I hate everything about it. I sit there. I spend an hour working on something that's probably not even going to taste amazing, and I'm going to eat it in 35 seconds. The act of is the dumbest thing we as a species have ever come up with. Second, to only watching the Chargers play American football without an offensive line. I have two hobbies. It's football and chess, okay? So here me and Lee cooking on her stream last week. Apparently, I'm really bad at dicing tomatoes, so please do not go back and watch that VOD if you're going to judge me, okay? Stop, all right? I get bashful. I did not have sexual relations with that tree. I had it with that one. How dumb is it to want to live life as a series of transactions? I do this for you, now do this for me. What if it was just one way? You cook for me. You have sex for me. You live your life in a way that makes mine easier, and I say thank you to you sometimes. It's so stupid. It is so dumb. It is so dumb. She doesn't like cooking. You look at this woman's face. You think she likes cooking? No. Neither one of us do. So we do it together for ourselves and for each other. And it should not be that difficult. Would it be nice to get off of this computer to a fully cooked meal, sit down, eat it, and not worry about food at all? Yeah, absolutely. Factor, where are you? Sponsor me. But why wouldn't I look at the love of my life and want the same thing for her? Knowing that she is at work at 7 in the morning and isn't going to get here until 4 p.m. Knowing that it is much easier for me to find time to put something in the oven and to get it out before she gets here than it is for her to get here towards the end of the day and waste her time cooking just to make me feel good. I'll say it in every one of my videos if I have to. The thing I've wanted most in my life, for the entirety of my life, is to love and be loved. To love and be loved. To love. I like being loved in the same way that I like when people think I'm funny. It's incredible. But I still want to laugh. I still want other people in my life to make jokes. I still want somebody to love and care about the same way I would want them to do for me. And it's trial and error. I've been in too many relationships in my life, but I would do it again if I ended up where I am now. If I knew what I know now then, way back when we first met, I would point to the sunset and the stars and say, I drew that for you. I wish I was smart enough to come up with that myself, but I'll say it over and over again. I'm so lucky to be loved in the way that I am by the person that I am. And I'm supposed to be here and be angry about it because sometimes we don't sleep together. Sometimes she doesn't have food ready. Like, how dumb is that? And how are so many people like being pandered to this way? You want to be taken care of so badly? You want your wife or your girlfriend to just do what your mom did for you your entire life, I guess? I don't know. Call me stupid, but I think that's dumb.
Number 3, clean the house. Clean the house.
Okay, I realized this is just me going, both of you do it. Or me and my girlfriend both hate doing this, but we do. But it's true. She separates her laundry into piles, puts the first one in, and then falls asleep because she takes more accidental naps than I think Antonio Cromartie makes children in a year. That's more football. Sorry. Antonio Cromartie was a cornerback for the Chargers and then the Jets and then the Cardinals. He has a bunch of kids. The woman puts a load in and then falls asleep. And so as the washing machine finishes, I move those clothes to the dryer and her next pile into the washing machine. Sometimes she'll wake up and do one herself. She'll stay awake and do the rest herself. But it is not in any way going out of my way to just move piles from one place to 2 feet over and then a foot up and then take them out and put them on the couch because I usually don't fold clothing, whether they're mine or they're hers. Not to say that I make her do it, just to say that it doesn't get done at all. I make the bed because I'm usually the second person to get out of it. I do fold towels. The only thing I don't routinely do in this apartment is clean the bathrooms. And that's because I just don't think about it. Anytime I go through a doorway, I forget what it is that I'm supposed to do. Yes, it's cool to come home in a clean house, but I don't leave this house anyway. If I do and I come back, I'm coming back to my own mess. I can clean myself. I'm not a child. And neither are the adult males in this comment section going, oh, you're perfect. You're perfect. I just got a job working 30 hours a week. So, I'm busy. Clean for me. cook for me, get on your knees for me, and then shut up when I complain about how you don't make any money. Oh, you only make $50,000 a year? Well, one day I will too. Yeah. And then who's going to be talking?
When your man gets home, he does not want to come home to a messy house. If you don't live with him, go to his house and clean his house. I said it. I know. I said it.
Don't do that. I don't want anyone doing that. I didn't like it when I was a kid and my mom would come into my room and just like move stuff around because she would throw stuff away. I don't want it now. I would rather be told to clean up than to have somebody clean up for me. And I'm being so serious. I get that some people think it's a nice gesture. Absolutely. Every now and then, for sure. Why not? I would do it for Lee if she wanted me to. But if he's at work and you don't live together, you're probably also at work. Like, I need the men in the comment section to understand that women who have nothing but free time and want to take care of someone who probably isn't fun to be in a relationship with are not just sitting around waiting for you to find them on Instagram. Not every 18, 19-year-old you swipe up on is just waiting to be picked up by some 40-year-old dude who's like, yeah, I'll be a millionaire one day.
Number 4, be respectful. The second you are disrespectful to your man, or you don't treat him with respect, you've lost him. You've lost him. You could be the hottest.
If you have to be reminded to be respectful to your partner, then you are in the wrong relationship. Either way, right? If you're a man in a relationship with a woman who doesn't respect you, get out of there. Like, it's just not going to be fun. If you're a woman in a relationship with a man who doesn't respect you, not going to be fun. Whoever you are, in whatever relationship, if you're with someone who does not respect you, you should probably worry more about getting out of there than one of you cheating on the other. That was just kind of an all relationships type thing. Even non-romantic relationships. Like, if you're friends with somebody who doesn't respect you, I don't see how that works out.
And number 5, give him some peace and quiet. Give him peace and quiet. He doesn't want to hear you nag. He doesn't want to hear you complain. Figure out a better way to communicate so you guys are both getting your needs met.
If this wasn't pandered towards men and it was dating advice, it wouldn't suck. Be respectful. Number 4, right? Number 5, instead of nagging or complaining, find a better way to communicate. Maybe it's just my algorithm, but in all the videos I've seen, for the most part, it is the men who nag and complain. It is the men who go, oh no, look at me. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I got a job. And now we're the women. We're the women to do all my chores. I got the job. So like someone has to do all the housework. Where are they? And the women tend to be complaining about how the men are not doing what they said they were going to be doing. Hey, you said you were going to do this a million times. Hey, you said you were going to put together this crib a million times. I would if I could physically reach it, but I'm too pregnant and cannot. And they go, wow, you keep nagging me. Can't you see? I'm watching Justin Herbert get sacked on every play. Oh, that's going to be a reoccurring theme until the Chargers get a better offensive line, until Rashawn Slater, Joe Alt, and Mekhi Becton can just stay healthy. If you're with someone who's going to cheat, they are unfortunately going to cheat. It is not always, contrary to some of these comments, your fault. You're very often not going to be told that you're going to be cheated on by the person who is going to cheat on you. You probably are not getting a warning, at least not from them. It's a hard place to be, and I can think of very few things that are worse than thinking about your partner cheating on you. Surprise, most of them have to do with Los Angeles Chargers football. The Chargers are 3-1. Justin Herbert is playing well. It was one game. The offensive line just keeps getting hurt, and they're not going to be able to protect him for the entire season. Justin Herbert has already thrown more interceptions this season than he did all last season because he cannot stand up without being put down. I had more of her videos lined up, but I've already been going for over an hour, so I'm going to cut it here. For the men that watch this, I hope that you are someone who is willing to do the things for your partner that you think they should do for you. I hope that even when you don't like cooking or cleaning or respecting them, that you do it anyway. And I hope you find someone who wants to love you just as hard as you want to love them. For the women, I hope that the person that you love loves you harder than you thought anyone could. I hope that of all the questions you have for them in life, whether or not they love you is never one of them. For everyone, you deserve to be loved. You deserve a chance at someone who wants to treat you well. And regardless of the circumstances, barring again, like some very, very, very specific ones, you don't deserve to be cheated on. We're adults here, and the things we do shouldn't have a negative impact on the people around us. We should, at the very least, want to make our partners' lives better and easier. And if we have the time to do things like this, sure, absolutely. If you really, really want to clean for your partner, not because they're disgusting and won't do it themselves, but because it's just like a nice thing for you to do, I get that. Absolutely. There are plenty of times where I walk by Lee's clothes and pick them up off the floor. It's not a big deal. It's not something I've ever mentioned to her, not something I ever want to like be applauded for. If she leaves dishes in the sink and then goes to work, I just put them in the dishwasher. If she runs the dishwasher, I take the dishes out. Sex is great. Sex is such a wonderful part of life, but I struggle with the idea of it being such an expectation for your partner to do, like it is a service rather than like an act of mutual love, I guess. If you want it to be a service, and go pay for it somewhere. To Jim Harbaugh, I'm sorry. I'm complaining too much and I shouldn't. You're doing a great job. You're the best coach I think we've ever had, and I should just shut up sometimes. Two of my Chargers jerseys are right there because I made Lee wear one for like 3 seconds on her stream. What a ride this was on TikTok, and I'm sure we'll be back because she has so many videos. The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention fundraiser is over. The walk was this weekend in Chicago. I was a part of that. It was a lot of fun, and at some point, we all walked into Lake Michigan. Surely nothing else happened after that. Like, I probably wouldn't sit here and watch me tackling poor Joey over and over again. Poor Joey. Bruce got it too, all right? I'm an equal opportunity tackler. Anyway, thank you for spending time with me. My favorite thing to do. You're my favorite people to do it with. Lee and I officially have every one of our weekends full from now until mid-November. So, a lot of concerts, a lot of weddings, a lot of getting to spend time together, which I am incredibly lucky for. So, get out of here. Go. Goodbye. Krobus, more like Krobatussin, am I right? Got him. Loser.